Ancient cannons and superweapons used in India in the campaigns of Hercules and Dionysius, the ancient Greek heroes. I'm translating for you from a Greek article. Apollonius Timaeus, from 15 to 98 AD, was a Greek Neo-Pythagorean philosopher from Tyana in the Roman province of Cappadocia in Asia Minor. He was an orator and philosopher around the time of Jesus Christ and was compared to Jesus by Christians in the 4th century and by other writers in modern times. Everything we have information about Apollonius comes from Philostratus. Philostratus owes his fame mainly to the 8 books that consisted Tinea Apollonius during Tinea's trip to India. He met the famous Brahmins, where he extracted a lot of information about the distant past, ancient history. And in the works of Philostratus, we read this. Regarding Dionysius, the views of Indians and Greeks differ, but also of Indians. We say that the Theban Dionysius campaigned against the Indians together with his Bacchic troop, and we use a proof, among others, a tribute to Delphi, which is kept safe in the treasures there. This is an Indian silver disc with the inscription, Dionysius, the son of Semele and Zeus, from the Indians for the Delphic Apollo. In other words, the Indians give a disc to get some kind of a prophecy given by the oracle in Delphi. The Indians who lived around the Caucasus Mountains and the river Kofinas say that he came as a foreign Assyrian and knew well about Thebes' Dionysius, while those who lived between the Indus and Troatis and the area in the Ganges say that Dionysius was a child of the Indus River. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box. So the Indians believe that Dionysius was a child of the Indians river Ganges, of the Indus River, and who was frequented by the Theban Dionysius who took from this gate, was taught the sacred rites, and declared that he was the son of Zeus, that because of the birth he had lived in his father's thigh, and that he took from a gift the mountain Myrus, located near Nisa, and that Nisa was planted for Dionysus with a vine seed that was transported from Thebes, north of Athens. There in Greece. There they say that Alexander the Great also performed ceremonies, and those who live in Nisa deny that Alexander even went there. Now the true sages lived between Tafasi and the Ganges, and Alexander the Great never set foot in this area, not because he was afraid of anything, but I think the omens prevented him. Even if he passed Tfasis and could conquer the area around them, he could never conquer the fortified area they inhabited, even if he had with him millions like Achilles and 3 million like Ajax. Now, because they do not, Achilles and Ajax, of course, were heroes of the Trojan War. Now, because they do not fight with the attackers, but throw bad omens and lightning and repel them, because they are people holy and dear to the gods, they say that when Hercules, the Egyptian, and Dionysius attacked them with weapons and devised cunning tricks, trying to take over the area, they did not do anything similar, but were restless, at least it seems to them, and when they approached, they were repulsed by storms and thunder that turned down and fell on the arms. This is a rumor that Hercules left his golden shield there. There is a rumor Hercules left his golden shield there. Now, this looks like geoengineering, doesn't it? Now, the sages made it a tribute because of the glory of Hercules, but also for its relief design. Hercules himself is depicted marking the borders of the world in Gadira and used the mountains for columns and pulled the oceans inward. From this, it becomes clear that in Gadira came not the Theban Hercules, but the Egyptian, and he defined the borders of the earth. Now, on hill, that means he was doing something, changing the coastlines and rivers. Now, the hill on which the sages lived is said to have been about the height of a citadel of Athens, and was, of course, fortified by stones that were all around. On the stones, they said that there are footprints with two hooves and imprints of beards and faces. And you can also see somewhere like some who are falling, because when Dionysus, with the help of Hercules, tried to conquer the area, they say that he ordered the Panis to help him because they were capable of causing an earthquake. But they were struck by lightning, by the changes, and fell there, here and there, and the signs of failure were imprinted on the stones. Now, around the hill, they say that one can see clouds, and there live the Indians, visible or invisible, or whatever they want. It's not known if there are other gates on the hill because of the clouds, which permanently surround it and do not allow us to see either those outside or those inside. Now, this is translated from a Greek article for you. Source, Greek Wikipedia, Timaeus Apollonius. And it seems to me that these super weapons, of course, had to do with geoengineering. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support.